Hello, everyone. Yes, welcome. Welcome to Friday evening, where we're just here just to ease you back into the weekend there, so you have a nice, feel-good, relaxing time, ready for the Monday shift. Mark, how you doing? Are you good? Are you well?
I'm good. I'm all good. Always good, Tony.
Always
Always
good. Always
good.
good. Have you got nice weather up there at the moment? Because we're recording this on a Wednesday, so
Yeah. I'm just looking out the window, and today is mixed. It's a mixed bag of the day, but heading into the weekend, supposed to be a scorcher.
I know.
Absolutely. So isn't Saturday is that the summer solstice? I think that's coming up.
Is that the day where
I
then
think
we
it's
start getting shorter days after
Saturday, and it's
that?
meant to be 26 degrees here on Saturday. It is. So I think down south, I think London and that, they've got like 30 degrees or something, have they not?
I got me dates wrong. I got me because my wife says we're going away camping,
Aye.
and I thought it was this weekend, and I was like, "This is fantastic! It's going to be lovely." You know what I mean? And then no, it's next weekend when the rain's
When
coming.
the rain's
You
on.
know what I mean? So we're like, "Oh, thinking, yeah,
Oh man. But no, it's a bit dodgy the day. We've had rain already the day. And it's a bit overcast and cloudy, but it's not cold, like, it's about
oh, I know,"
16, 17 degrees or something like that.
which is actually perfect for the garden, Mark.
Exactly. Perfect. If it could just stay like that. Maybe it's a little bit brighter, a bit more sunshine. But if it could just stay at that temperature, because 26 for me on Saturday, that's gonna be a bit. That's a bit much. That you
That might
can't be
even
in the
make your hair
comfortable.
grow. That temperature. You know
No,
what I
chance to
mean?
be a fine thing. But
Look at that. Did you know? Apparently, Paddy McGuinness realised he was going thin when
right.
he was playing on UNICEF football, but a few
Oh
years
yeah, the
ago,
soccer
because
race.
he's never seen his
Yeah,
angle from like high up. And he went, "Oh, dearie me.
you'll have to get
Need
yourself a
some
bit of
work on
turkey,
that."
Tony. Get a hair transplant.
Yes. Now, Mark, we're here today because we're just probably going to have one topic. So what would be nice to talk about though is our new toys we've been getting
New
by
toys, boys and their
Reolink.
toys.
You know what I mean? And like, if anyone didn't know, on our other channels, we've both kind of been both been doing videos on Reolink soft, like hardware and the software
Yeah.
and I just think we've both got cameras now in our
Uh-huh.
allotments,
Yep.
and Mark, I'm just like, that's what I've wanted to have. A
Uh-huh.
little bit of, it's
Very.
almost like security, but
Yeah.
fun, just to
Uh-huh.
have a look at
Yeah.
what's going on in my allotment when I'm at
Uh-huh.
home. And like I was saying on the show, on the video, I've tried I've tried flying drones over there. I've tried them cameras. I just snap a
Or the trail
photograph,
cams.
trail
Aye.
cam. I've
Yeah.
tried all that nonsense. Nothing's worked.
Aye.
Now I
Yep.
can just
Get it
sit,
whenever.
you know what I mean? So I'm just going to try, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
you a go. You a go.
I can't do two jobs at once.
Concentrate. I think while you're doing that, full disclosure, Tony, that we were given the cameras free of charge to test out.
Oh, yes.
But that was just to do one video on. This bit here is entirely off our own back. Gadget nerds loving the cameras kind of thing.
Well, I'll get into it a bit more, but I've went and bought one as well, another one.
Wow.
Yeah. So, because there,
There it is. Look at that.
that's my
Your allotment live.
allotment live. And with
Goodness.
this one, with this kind of camera, let's see
Yeah.
if it comes up. So I can
Yeah.
move it like
Move it
zoom
around.
it round different,
Look at that. Look at that.
and that quality. 'Cause
Yeah.
what I was worried about, Mark, is where it's looking there now
Uh-huh.
is where the sun goes down.
You get the sun. Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, because when you do like our cameras, when we're kind of
The sun here like flares, doesn't it? Like,
just goes horrible, you know what I
Aye.
mean? And I end up being like this black shadow, and you kind of really, so you've got to kind of turn around.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that camera's going to be in direct,
uh-huh.
like light. You know what
Yep.
I mean? It's just going to, but there's something in their algorithm, in the computations.
However it works.
Magic. It's magic.
Brilliant. Well, anything you can do, Tony. Right. So I've not got a screen on the wall, but I've brought the iPad, and I've got a bit of a janky connection, by the way. So
I can see the iPad's got a fancy keyboard.
But it's an iPad Pro, Tony, nonetheless, an iPad Pro. So there's my allotment live right now as we speak.
You know what? I should have gotten off your mark as well. The honestly, it was the funniest thing. You chasing them rabbits because it's worked for you though, hasn't it? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, cast your mind back to Friday night, right? And you think, Mark, what were you doing Friday night? Were you out partying down the discotheque? Were you, 10 o'clock at night? Were you having a few beers in the pub, catching a movie? No, I was at the allotment chasing rabbits. Honestly, because I was monitoring on the camera. So obviously the camera's there and it like picks stuff up and that. I was like, and it gets to like they come out at it's about 8:30 at the moment that the rabbits, because I know what time they come out now. It's about 8:30, and I seen them and I was like, "You little buggers!" And one of them was sitting there right in the bed eating the lettuce, and it's the ones that's my test bed to know if the rabbits are getting in. I've got 3 or 4 lettuces just there that they're coming to munch on. I was like, "You little buggers!" And first of all, right, so obviously you can speak through the camera. So I put the microphone on the camera and I'm shouting at these rabbits down the thing and I'm making like dog noises and stuff. And they did run off to begin with, but obviously they caught on and they just came back. So they're like, what's this guy doing? So then they had to say, right. So I got in the car, like 10 o'clock at night. It was in my PJs and I put my clothes back on and I went up the allotment, you unlock the gate and all that and get through and lock it behind you and park the car up like right at the very start of the allotment, so not where mine is. And like I was sneaking through like this, and I'm going to get these little buggers. Like, so I was sneaking down the little lane next to my allotment, gets around the corner, bursts through the gate like this, and he runs around. And you see me coming onto the camera, and the rabbit obviously catches me there, and it goes zoom into the rhubarb. And then I come down, kick the rhubarb bushes, and the rabbit goes pow, up the other side of the plot. But what it did do is I could see on the fence where the rabbit was getting in and out. And I was like, right. So it was coming from the plot up from mine. It's been abandoned, the plot, so Charlie, who had it, hasn't taken it on this year. And there's a hole under the fence. And
you said categorically, if you go back on this, you checked that fence 15 times.
I was adamant, but where it was, it's like at the back of my junk pile. So my pile of like bits of pipe, bits of wood, bits of stuff. And it was like under the fence, like under the thing. I was like, right, you little buggers. So there's a big rock there at the moment and a bag of sand that's stopping them getting through.
So, you know, when you put your camera up, was this the same day it caught these rabbits?
Well, I put it up on was it the Thursday that I put it up and I went and did the video. And then it was the Friday when I caught them. So just the day after. And I see, brilliant, like just the quality of it and like the night vision side of it as well. Like when it switches to night vision and the picture's still crystal clear, but it's addictive. I keep looking at it. I keep going on and checking it.
Well, I think we mentioned it last time though. Like the one I've got an Altus at home, which again, you know, full disclosure, was given to us by Reolink. Its nighttime is bright color. You know what I mean? So it's just like, so I think because I've got at the allotment the PT, the Go Ranger PT.
That's the one I've got as well. I think
you haven't got the Ranger one.
Well, it's the Ranger camouflage one. Right.
And I'm realizing each camera has a little bit of quirk, different software, you know, for specific things. Do you know what I mean? So I think yours will be a little bit different to mine in the software because mine from the one at home is different. But like I say, this is the quality. I know we're kind of doing that like on the screen there, but the quality is just
brilliant, isn't it?
You know, and mine can do. It's clever. Because you've got. I mean, you've got to have a SIM card in.
Yes.
Now, I went with I think it's Lycra, and it's £5 for 5 gigs.
Yeah,
like a rolling one. So that's to be. You know what I mean? That's just it's one of those things.
I think that'll be enough though, because I'm the same. I went with Labara, I think they're called, but it's a £5 a month for 5 gigs, just rolling monthly pay, and you can top it up if you're using more. You can top it up or whatever. But I've probably used, like I say, I put it on Thursday, and what are we now, Wednesday? And I've probably used a gig already, but it's a novelty. It's there. It's new, and I'm on Rabbit Watch all the time, so I've got it on quite a lot. And I reckon it'll settle down. It'll 5 gigs, I reckon. So 5 a month, it'll be smashing.
Well, I'm hoping I can get mine on a $5 a month, having it on screen there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sorry, there.
Yeah.
So that would be nice if I can kind of, you know what I mean?
Goodness.
And just like, just kind of
moving it around. Have you tried the light on it?
Now, I don't know if this one has a light.
I've got a spotlight on mine, Tony. I've got a spotlight. So
well, this is designed when I've found in, because like I say, I've got the Ranger one.
Yeah.
What was yours called, Mark? Yours was like the.
I can't mind.
So it was anyway. There's a second. So mine's actually for wildlife and stuff like that. So it might not have. I don't think it's got the spotlight.
Right. So the spotlight's really good. So on the night vision, when it's on night vision, it's like a sort of. I'll show you in a second. I'll put the night vision thing. I've got a video clip of the night vision,
right?
And it's sort of black and white, sort of looking, but really clear. But when you put the spotlight on, it just goes like full color. Like it just looks like it's. So I've not been there, like at night when I've put the spotlight on, but it must be like really bright when it comes on. It's got a siren on it as well.
Yes, I think there's.
I've not been brave enough yet to put that on.
This one, you know what I mean? So, it's.
Where's my night vision? There you go. Look, see if I can get this. This is that's what the night vision looks like. So like a sort of black and white night vision-y sort of thing there. So it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty clear. It looks obviously it's my phone into the camera into the internet now. But the rhubarb patch, you can see that the side's like really bright, so it's picking up the greens and stuff like that, and it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But I want to try the siren at some point, see how that works.
Well, it's only when, and like I say, I did my video. It's only when because I'm finding their software is like bottomless. There's always something. Right.
Oh, there's that and that.
I've been like messing because you can adjust like the sensitivity of the I think it's the PIR. Which is like what picks up.
Or the automatic, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So you can have it far away, you can have it near. Because I didn't want, on the allotment, there's big wagons go past. You know what I mean? And I'll be like getting. So.
Funny you should say that. So like at the edge of my allotment, like there's a little car parking bit. And the camera knows. So I've not quite got my zone set perfectly yet. It'll send me an alert saying car detected. Or vehicle detected. So it knows when it's a vehicle and it knows when it's a person.
Well, I think as well, I read somewhere where it can actually detect, and I'm sure I've seen it in my software, different types of animals, like deer or a turkey, or you know what I mean? Like these kind of.
A rabbit. A rabbit detected.
But I just think, if you were getting like hampered by that, but you didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Within days, you've spotted it and
tracked it down. And that wasn't even like the primary purpose of the camera. Like I wanted the camera. Like, 2 reasons really for me. One is a bit of security when you're not there, because our site is where I am is probably 3 miles away from me, and it's like rural where it is. Like there's only the garden centre and there's a cafe next to it. And then it's just all farmers' fields, like all the way around it. So if anybody's in there at night time, like no one's going to know. Like as soon as the last person's gone out and locked the gate, like nobody's in there again for another 10 hours or whatever till the first person goes in the morning. So something to watch overnight, and then just sheer morbid curiosity for me, just going on it at different times of the day and just having a look, what's going on.
From the one at the front, which is like the Atlas one, which again, if you go onto my channel, there's a video there.
Yeah.
There's people coming in and you don't realize how many folks are coming in and out of your front garden. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like, oh, all right. Because I'm getting these alarms. And then it's my daughter who leaves the gate open, which kind of, you know what I mean? Every delivery, like DPD, like the post office, everyone shuts the gate. Everyone shuts the gate. My daughter, so it's setting that off. So I'm getting so I was thinking, how do I now there might be a different way to kind of, because I'm getting like, I've got it, some notifications come up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the allotment, what
Uh-huh.
I've realised is nobody goes there. Right? Since I've had it set up,
Ever.
I was thinking, I wonder if someone comes, has a look
Aye.
in their garden or
Uh-huh.
walks past me garden.
Yeah.
Not a
No, no
soul.
one.
Not,
No
not a
one.
soul. Do you know what I mean? It's just like it's a forgotten hobby, Mark.
Oh man, but
So,
I'm thinking about expanding my Reolink network now, and this is how good a product I think it is, because this is me spending my own money. So I've got a Blink doorbell
shite.
thing at the front, and I'm thinking about getting a Reolink one to replace
Yeah,
this.
look at
'Cause they're in the one
there's
app.
someone in my hut there. Look at, can you see? I don't know if you can see him walking out.
What is that?
So that's actually, I know who it is. It's the Evie man. He's just dropped. So Evie deliveries don't. It's got nothing to do with me. It's all kind of Zara and
Yeah.
Next and
Aye.
Boots. There's nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? So, but that's. Can I blow that up on front garden? Let's see if I just change that. So this. So that's.
Well, there you go.
So it's just kind of put in. I mean, we're on kind of half screen, so you might not be able to see the full screen.
Aye.
Anyways, well, Mark, honestly, and it's you've got to do it now because they've got this 16th. I know I've got the. Can you see me? I showed you there before the 16th anniversary of Reolink there.
Mm-hmm.
They've got this anniversary. Have you been on this? I pulled up the site. Have you been on the site and seen the prices?
Brilliant, isn't it? Brilliant.
Unreal, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? So, but it runs. This show goes out on Friday. If you're watching in the live, you've got a few more days to kind of click my link there and go over and get
my link. Click my link.
No,
my video and click my link.
But that's yours, isn't it, Mark? The Reolink Go PT Ultra.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah. So look at that. £179 at the moment. It's 125.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that, like I said, that'll go back up. You know what I mean? It's not going to just stay there for, it's a nice price, we'll keep it there. So can you see, I'm sure it's this one this is the one I've bought myself.
Nice.
Do you know what I mean? So I've got I think it's called Track Mix. So I want to put this on the back wall of my house here to keep an eye on me grass cutters and...
Make sure the robots are doing what they should do.
Yes. So, but what else? Because you can get them for the house as well. But I like there's dinky little ones.
Look at that one there. Look at that one there. The Duo 3 PoE. So PoE, power over Ethernet. So it must need an Ethernet cable.
You can get them. You can get them wired. Because I've realised every model is basically 3 models of the same model. You know, like there's Wi-Fi, there's wired, and then I think there's solar as well. You know what I mean? So
well, that's the ones who've got the allotment are solar, and it's like the little solar panel is probably the size of this, so like the size of an iPad. And I've got my solar panel on top of the shed at the allotment, and I was skeptical. I didn't know how well it would work. But like the camera came out the box, probably it was like 48% charged or something already, which was brilliant for turning it on and getting it set up and all that. Hooked it up to the solar, and it's probably been at 100% since. It just seamlessly charges on that little solar panel, charges it no bother, and it's got a battery in it, so it charges the battery in the camera.
Yes,
obviously overnight and stuff like that, not a jot of bother. Been absolutely tremendous, and that's been. It's not been like the sunniest here recently. We've got rain.
Well, it's Scotland. It goes without saying.
And if it works here, it'll work anywhere.
So which one, Mark? So what are you thinking of getting another one for? Or the doorbell?
Well, I was thinking, so I've got the Blink at the moment. So I've got a Blink doorbell at the front and I've got a Blink camera at the back of the house.
Right.
So I was watching a video about the doorbell, and you know how you were saying about the cameras pick up like animals and stuff like that?
Yes.
Well, I saw a little demo of the doorbell, and it showed a delivery man leaving parcels at the back. And the AI thing in the doorbell sent you a message saying, parcels detected. Oh, here you go. This is it. Look, it detects that parcels have been delivered and lets you know.
Right.
Which I just thought was brilliant. I just thought was excellent. What a feature. And that's on the night vision there as well. You can see it. But I'm thinking about a doorbell.
So where does then? Because what I also like, Mark, is you don't have to have a subscription. So on the well, both of them, I've got
Yeah.
a little memory card in.
Uh-huh.
So I don't have to like upload to their cloud or some
No, no, no.
server's cloud.
No.
You know,
No.
there's none of this because
Yeah.
with that Blink one, I'm sure you had one device or something, and if you go over, then it's like
You've got to
£8 a month or something like that.
pay.
You know what I mean? And
But you can, Reolink does have a cloud, you can pay for it. Because
yes.
I tried to get it for free, so I emailed them.
God loves it. That's why we built the wall. That's why we built the wall.
Gonna have some cloud for free, and they said no. But they did send me a bigger memory card for free, though, so I appreciated that. So the camera that I've got, so it's got a micro SD card in it and a SIM card in it. So on a night time when I've got the timer, you set what time you want it to trigger on and stuff like that. So if it triggers, it records it to the memory card. But equally, if I'm in the app and I press the record button, it records it direct to my phone.
Right.
Like that night vision video I showed you before, that was me just opening the app and pressing record, and it's just going straight to my phone.
Right. Talk us through that, because I might not have discovered that. So why have you setting times for it to record? Because I'm sure mine will just record.
So you can go into like if you don't want it sort of recording all day every day. So when I go to the allotment, I turn off the automatic alert thing, because obviously if I'm in the allotment and walking about, it's triggering all the time.
Yeah.
But there's a calendar thing you can go into.
All right.
Like Monday to Sunday, and it's got the different times down the side. And you can select which times you want the alerts to be on or off.
Right.
So you might only want it on 7 at night till 7 in the morning to do the alerts or something like that. Mm-hmm. And you can go in and sort of, it takes a bit of pressing through the menus.
Is this the page where it's like a blue block of loads of little squares? Yes, I have.
That's the one.
I've seen that. Yes, I've got
because by default it's just all
blue.
I've
just left it.
You can go in and faff about with it and change it.
Well, it's pure. I've left it like that just purely in case there is like something comes. I would love to catch like a fox, you know what I mean, or something like that. You know what I mean, or even someone coming in and pinching a carrot. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Especially yours, Tony. Like sort of the best produce there is. Obviously, you're going to be tempted. People are going to come in and want some of that. There you are. But no, it's a great piece of kit.
So just the doorbell, or are you going to take advantage of something else? Or
I would probably get a doorbell and a camera. So I want coverage front and back. So like I say, I've got Blink at the moment at the front and the back, which there's nothing wrong with it. That's the only problem. It works. There's nothing terribly wrong with it. I would just like the convenience of everything being in the one app. So it will work when we do that. You call it a single pane of glass. So if you've got all your cameras, all your whatever.
Is that what the pros call it?
Single pane of glass, yeah, single pane of glass. So you've got all your stuff on one screen or one app sort of thing, as opposed to having to, I've got to go into Blink, I've got to go into Reolink, I've got to go into Ring, I've got to go into if you've got all the same under the one bit.
Well, this is I'm not joking, but that's the one I've got, this new release there, the oops, where have I gone? I've lost it.
It's gone. Oh.
There we go. Nope. Oh, look at this. Well, if you go on the website and register, you get 3 chances to play every 24 hours. Now, you can see I've used my chances up to... I got another 3% off on something. You know what I mean?
Just from an IT perspective, Tony, if you were to open that in an incognito tab or a private tab, would it recognise that you'd already spanned the wheel 3 times, or would it? Because if it's tracking you via cookies or what, then it might not.
Yes, that's why I bet you're on now.
No, I'm trying to win your competition.
go or something, you know what I mean? And kind of, I tell you what, mind you, Mark, there has been loads of entries in for it.
I'm not surprised. It's a great giveaway.
Why? Well, it's your camera. It's yours. That
the same one.
Here.
No, it's a smashing bit of kit.
This is the one Reolink sent me first, and it is faultless. Again,
really?
It's been 100%. Like, I mean, I'm facing south anyways, but it's been 100% charged up.
Yeah,
and it's just got loads of little features. Do you know what I mean? And
and I guess if people like not wanting to give it the big sell. This is literally just us thinking these are really cool things. Like we've had our sort of, here's your free samples and all that. That's done, dusted. We've done my video.
We're doing our bridges there.
Thinking they're brilliant, but if people don't buy them now, I got an email through actually yesterday, or was it this morning? The Amazon Prime Day thing's coming up in July.
Right.
So it's something, I might have the dates wrong, but it's like 8th to the 11th of July or something like that. So if you don't get them in the special 16th anniversary thing, I reckon there might, I couldn't say for definite, I have no idea, there might be some deals come up during Amazon Prime Day.
Yeah, I'm sure that, you know what I mean? I'm just looking there because it's almost like addiction for us, you know what I mean? Now the kind of,
I'm going to look all the time, isn't it?
Well, that's the one, it's one of them.
Yeah.
It was the one, let's just see if I'll have to share the screen again, 1 second. Yeah, getting the hang of this there now.
There you go, like a pro.
Which one was it? I think it was this one, but it might have had like Wi-Fi on as well. It's the one I used, you know, for me garden, for me greenhouse. So I might put that somewhere in the yard. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just in case, you know, it's not to watch the dogs crapping or anything like that. It's more to see if someone climbs over the wall. Because
exactly.
You know what it is, Mark? I'm still 30 years later paranoid because we lived in Benwell in Newcastle, you know, and it was just horrific. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
We got burgled. We had 2 Dobermans.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We had metal. You'd buy from blacksmiths at the time. You'd buy these metal things that you put on the inside of the window, which is actually horrific. When you think if it was a fire, you couldn't get out of the bloody house. You put them on, they're like decorative wrought iron bars. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then we had bolts everywhere.
Yeah. Still getting.
We got burgled 3 times in 3 years. I mean, that was like when they actually got in, and there was loads of attempts where you'd go to your back door and you'd see like wood splinters.
Where they try to jam you in.
And you think, someone's been here again. And the day Ellie was actually born, do you know what I mean? The day she was born, have I told you this before or not?
I think you mentioned, maybe
the door had bolts in, so there were bolts into the frame, every angle had bolts in. So it was about 10 bolts, and you had to do them all like that. The door, the frame, and bricks around it were on my kitchen floor. So they'd actually come and chiseled. I mean, it must have took them a while, or pros, but all it took was a works laptop and my CD collection.
Jeez.
Do you know what I mean? And I was like, for that, you know what I mean? And again, 2 Dobermans in, and I'm sure I'd just chuck them a bit of chocolate. You know what I mean?
Well, a lot of the petty crime, like that's all fueled by drugs. A lot of it, like the petty crime, the shoplifting, the burglaries, unless it's like high value burglaries where they're coming for the car keys and stuff like that. It's all fueled by drug habits.
I seen a theft in Sunderland the other day.
That's not unusual.
I witnessed it. My wife was in Boots and I'll tell you, she was getting these little crystals that you put on baby when they're teething, and it's
right, yeah.
So I was just standing outside with the pram. There was a Greg's opposite us, right?
It's all drooling. So
I was finding it hard, but the brake was on the pram. I seen these 2 ladies, shall we say, walk down. One just walked into Greg's, into the fridge, tin of Red Bull, shut the fridge, started to walk towards the 2 steps towards the counter at the far side, turned around and just walked out. And it was like,
Jeez.
Do you know what I mean?
Man. Oh, yeah.
I know that's just like so, but it was so like, it didn't even register probably that she was actually stealing it. Do you know what I mean? It was so like natural, normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you know you're still sharing your screen, by the way, Tony?
Yes, I'm still.
Yes, I was just making sure.
Yeah, because that's the one. Is it power? Yeah, PoE, power over the Ethernet, so you could
Yeah.
do it a couple of ways. But that's how I was able to do the YouTube,
Aye.
was because it was connected to the computer, and you had an amazing view of like
Your
chilies
greenhouse
growing
dying.
bloody something else.
Oh man, but no, they're great bits of kit. And it's
Yes.
even now, I'm wanting to go and have a look and say, oh, what's going on? What's on the camera?
Well,
Sort of
I
thing.
logged into my I think it's, I don't know how you pronounce the SIM
Yeah,
card, but there's a few people
like
asked actually in the company comments, like what card are you using?
yeah,
You know what I mean? So if you went through like the big companies, EE, which I am with EE,
expensive, aren't
I
they?
know.
Bloody expensive. Because I'm EE as well, and I thought, oh, I bet I can get a good deal. Like if I get a second SIM card on my account from the same people, oh, that must be dirt cheap. This will be brilliant. This will be great. Like it was like 20 quid.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? And it's like, as soon as you start Googling it, like all the main companies, like EE, O2, all that sort of stuff, they're all like proper expensive. But these Labaras, Leicas, probably like Tesco Mobile and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
massively cheaper, so much
Well, I
cheaper.
think they use their networks and pay
Yes.
like a big lump and get a discount for the amount of,
Aye.
you know what I mean? Because I was thinking, because I've got, with my EE package, we've got the broadband, so you get the SIMs for £10 unlimited.
Right.
You know, so we've got 4 SIMs at £10.
Yeah.
So we've got a child who's 29. We're still paying for the
Still
phone,
paying.
and we've got one that's 24. We're still paying for the. You know what I mean? So it's a tenner each. And I was thinking, if I got another SIM like that, which is
Yeah.
unlimited, then could I just stream that 24/7? Then I don't think you can, because it's. I love trying to work this out, but I think you need power over the internet.
Right.
So whether I don't know.
You have to have a think, Tony. You have to have a think.
You'd have to, how do you get the internet cable up there?
It's not going to work.
You know,
No.
you
No.
know,
I know, it's getting overly complicated now. Overly complicated. It's gone too far.
So I'm just trying to think, is there anything, like I say, mine is coming in a few days' time, this new one,
Yeah.
that I want to put it on top of I bought ladders. Because there's a few things coming. I'm getting
Aye.
2 now. 2. Oh, honestly. I've got I showed you the picture of the laser.
Well, your etcher thing,
Yes,
your engraver.
I'm going to try and set that up today. Do you know what I mean? In a
Jeez,
nursery.
mad.
But I've got 2 weather stations coming.
You
So
get all the gear. You get all the gear.
And I wouldn't care. I've just had, I could have asked him. I mean, I would have had to be in charge.
Yeah.
But our local guy who does the,
All right, yeah, the roofing.
the drains and, like clears your gutters and that, he's just called there.
Yeah.
And I thought, he said, I'll do out. You know what I mean? If it's high.
Yeah.
Well,
Get that on
high the heights.
Yeah.
I got my son to go up and just cut our front garden, Montana, what you call it, the climbing plant was going up, and it was actually going on my internet cable.
Oh, really?
I've realised he's no good with heights. You know what I mean? So
Send the wife up.
I've got this 7-meter ladder. It comes in 3 sections. It's huge. No one can
So
get
you want
up
to
it.
put it right up on like the eaves, like right up
Yes,
there.
I want to get it right up there, so
Right at the
it
top.
looks at that full.
Aye.
It's a long garden, so you know what I mean. And with that track mix one, you can kind of.
Uh-huh.
I think that even goes maybe 360, but I'll just be looking at brick. You know what I mean? So.
Oh man, I'm gonna.
So you're single lad now, man. Spend your money, get some. You know what I mean? Use my link.
It's tattoo time next week though, Tony.
Oh,
next
right.
Thursday. Next Thursday. So when we're recording next Wednesday, that'll be the day before. But next Thursday is when it's D-Day. So there we go. Still not giving away the design yet. Still not giving anything away. It's still under wraps until the big day. So we'll see. We'll see next week whether it feels like, what was it, a match being burnt on your. Isn't that what you said? Sort of. Mm-hmm. It'll be fine. It'll be all right.
It'd be interesting to find out, Mark, if you get the same sensation, because that's what honestly, that's the only way I could describe it. If you strike a match,
Yeah.
While it's burning through that pink phosphorus
Uh-huh.
and it sticks on your skin, that's
And
the
you're on
feeling
there.
I got.
Well, I mean, I'm getting it down there, like my right forearm sort of thing, which is maybe a little bit fleshier than like up on your collarbone and that. You know, if you're up here on your shoulder, like when you're getting really close to the bone and stuff like that. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll report back. I'll give a full. I'm not going to film any of it. None of me like sort of
That's a
thing.
good
That'll
crying
be a
like
bit
a
rubbish.
baby. You know?
But you see, here's a question. You see, when you were there, obviously it takes a good few hours to get it done. Did you chat to the tattoo person when you were doing it? No, because when I was in and I was speaking to Kat, she's called the tattoo artist, and she's like saying, "Oh, when you come in and that, like," she goes, "I don't mind a chat." She goes, "But I'm doing my work, like, you know, I'm concentrating on what I'm doing." She goes, "So if you want, just bring your headphones, like, and put them on and watch your phone, put some music on, whatever." So I'm going to be there for sort of 3 to 4 hours. I think it's just going to be weird. Like somebody's really there, like in your personal space, like touching you, like sort of, you know,
I
and you're
went.
not
I
chatting
was
to them.
there twice, so I
Aye,
went for the outline first, then the colour in.
right. It's a painful memory, Tony.
And it was just brutal. And you see, like, well, Ellie's partner, Hayden, he's covered. You know what I mean?
Aye, head to toe.
Don't know how he kind of gets.
Well, some people enjoy it though, don't they? Some people enjoy the pain of it, don't they? They like a bit of pain.
I think still with me, the memory is though I wasn't expecting it to hurt as much.
Aye.
Maybe I've got a
Yeah.
soft for that threshold, you know, like for pain. I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
and then once I realised it hurt, that's all I could kind of.
Just focusing on that. Aye.
You couldn't talk to us. Do you know what I mean? It was just like, Jesus, oh, you know what I mean? Get it done.
Would you say it was worth it? Are you pleased you had it done?
Well,
sort of thing.
Like I say, I got it for my 40th, so that was what?
Last year?
You know, last year. You know what I mean? It was a while ago. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, I don't even look at it now. It's just gone. I know that sounds a weird thing. I never even see it.
You don't notice it.
When I'm in that kind of flesh.
When you're on the beach, when you saw it, you know. So.
So I've never regretted it because I got it for a certain, you know, I got it for me 40th. You know what I mean? I'm just wondering, are you just getting it for this midlife crisis you're going through? You know what I mean?
Well, when we're coming to next week's show and I've told you I've bought a new motorbike and a convertible car, then there might be something in that, Tony. There might be on that to try and about my Porsche and whatnot. But nah, see, I've thought about it for years, like properly years and years and years and years and years and years and years. And I really liked the sort of like the Maori sort of style ones,
Yes.
like that sort of. But then,
what across your face?
I got my neck and all that. But then there's the whole thing about cultural appropriation, don't they call it, where you're taking things from other cultures that aren't yours, kind of thing. So the one I've gone for is kind of a neutral.
Skins. Out cultural.
Right.
You know what I mean? Skins.
Fish and chips across my knuckles or something, sort of thing. What's it? The Navy ones get the bird, isn't it? The swallow, isn't it? They get on there and that.
I've seen, who's got that? I think it might have been. Is it? It was Mobland. Tom Hardy's got them in Mobland. What a show that was. Have you seen that yet?
I finished it. I'm done with it. Done with it ages ago, Tony. Finished it ages ago.
We just went through it, Mark. We just went through it. It was absolutely fab.
Brilliant. Absolutely. I'm looking for... Well, there was rumours that they weren't going to do a second one because of Pierce Brosnan's Irish accent. Apparently they were like, oh, it's so terrible, can't possibly do it. But I hope they do another one because it was good. In the way they've finished it.
Right.
It's ready for a second season, isn't it? It's ready.
That's why they finished it like that. And it doesn't matter how people complain about it. I thought his accent was fab, funny as out.
I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't sit there going,
I mean, he's Irish anyways. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
I
like,
can't listen to this. Oh, it's terrible, sort of thing. Nah, it was spot on.
I think that's what one of the key things that made it, because he was such a crackerjack.
Aye.
You know what I mean? Like he's getting on there, Pierce Brosnan. You know what I mean? But who he's portraying in his younger day must have been off his nuts, because he's still the pair of them, him and his wife. What do you call?
Miriam.
Yes, it begins with an M, doesn't it?
Yeah, Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean. She is just off a rock.
Oh, she's worse than he is. She's the worst. She's the main culprit. She is. Nah.
Horrific, you know, like, and she must have loved, Helen Mirren must have loved playing that character. It's just like,
I do like Tom Hardy, because Tom Hardy's so cool and calm in it. Like, he's really violent and nasty, and obviously like the main like enforcer sort of guy.
Just gets the job done.
But he's so cool. Like when he's dealing with the son guy in that, like, and he's just like, oh, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But yeah, the next season they've set it up for it to be. They've brought in that other character, that other woman at the end, who's obviously the big boss sort of thing, and that. So that's going to be interesting to see how that pans out.
Doesn't matter what Reolink camera you've got, Mark, they'll come for you. Them lot will come for you. You know what I mean? It was just fab. Great,
brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But I started watching another one called Godfather of Harlem. Now it's a slightly older one. I think it was a 2018 or something. And it's another one I'd seen loads like short clips of it on like YouTube and TikTok and that. I thought, that's good. So I've started watching that, and that's good. An old school gangster called Bumpy Johnson, and Malcolm X and all that sort of era.
Right.
And it's like them against the like Italian mob and the Irish gangsters in New York sort of thing. And it's good. It's really good.
We've started to watch it. I'm blanking on the name there now, but it's on ITV X on Catch Up, and I think there's 3 in the show, and it's about this young blonde Scottish detective who's looking at a murder from 1986 or 96. So she's been brought in to, because she's female. That's why.
Right.
They brought her in because she's female, and they're getting there's a podcaster brought up this case, so the police are like, do you know what I mean? We'll have to bring in someone. Let's bring in a female, try and smooth things over. So we've started that. But it's weird when you, excuse me, you finish something so good, you're at a bit of a loss, aren't you?
What do I watch next?
Nothing's going to be the same.
I know. I watched a movie the other night as well, and it's one I've been after for ages. It's called The Amateur, and I think I'd mentioned it ages ago, and it's Remy Malek.
Oh, yes.
The boy who was Freddie Mercury, and he's in the CIA, and he's not like a CIA operative, he's like a CIA intelligence nerd sort of guy. And there's a whole thing, I'll not give anything away, there's a whole thing happens.
Is it good?
Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was right up my street. It was good, and it's got the guy who was in The Matrix out of it, whose name, not Keanu Reeves, his name evades me. Can't mind his name. But it's really good. It was
Fishbone.
That's he's in it, and it's really good. I've really enjoyed it. It was
that a Friday night with a kebab, and it's my time. Just put the telly on.
What night did I watch it? I can't mind it, but it was me. It was some really weird time as well. It was like 5 o'clock or something. I was like, I'm just gonna watch this, and watched it.
I
did that. Really good.
With 2 films in one day. I'd done loads of gardening prior to it, and I knew Melanie was away, and I think Reed was away, and I thought it got about 1 o'clock.
Aye.
And I thought, one was The Accountant on Prime.
Oh, Accountant 2.
Yes, one was that.
That's good. That's good as well.
The Working Man with.
Oh, I've seen that as well with Jason. Is it Jason Statham? Yes.
So there were 2 kind of action films, and nobody else would kind of really watch them. You know what I mean? So I thought, you know what?
Yeah,
just going to
I'm
watch these.
just glad. And it's like working man is like let's be honest, the story's a bit crap.
It's
It's a
better
bit,
than what I thought, to be honest.
but it's Jason Statham. It's action. It's fighting. It's just a bit of sort of
Well, I thought it was going to be
mind numbing.
really bad, like really problematic. But to be honest, it was all right. You know what I mean? I kind of, you know what I mean? It's,
No, it's good. It's good. I enjoyed it, and the accountant too was good as well.
yes,
That's him and his brother together. They play really good parts with each other, I think. And I think they've set it up at the end. I think we'll see an Accountant 3 at some point. I
you
think.
know what I mean? It was like I liked the first one. I thought the first one was good. I quite like that kind of persona where he's a little bit,
Yeah.
you know, OCD. Everything's got to be right, and
Well, that's what tell you what I love as well is the Equalizer with Denzel Washington. Have you seen
all
that?
right, yes.
He's obviously been a CIA guy or whatever, and then he works at the. He's always timing how long it's going to take, and he knows exactly what he's going to do. And like when he's in the office with the Russians, and he's adjusting all the stuff, and he's ready to, and he just takes them all out like beep.
I think I'm not saying he's suffering from it, but you can tell age is creep. You know what I mean? I mean, he's must be not a good old age, but I think he might be in his late 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
he's getting there. He is. But then you look at Bruce Willis. You look at what's happened to him, hasn't he? With his Alzheimer's, I think he's got, and like you think he was the all action, die hard sort of hero and all that, and see him now when he doesn't know who he is and he can hardly talk and stuff like that. It's just something like that, just awful, something like that. Just that degenerative sort of side of it, isn't it? It's just
horrible.
nah.
I tell you who's slowing up and looking a little bit stiff these days as well. Still
not yourself, Tony. Not yourself.
Oh God, no.
No.
Not with my arm oil I'm rubbing on my hip every kind of day now. Is John Wicks, you know, Keanu Reeves. When you see, I mean, he's fit as out. Don't get us wrong, but he's fit as out for a man of his age. So things are a little bit, you know what I mean, just like not as bendy. You know what I mean? Where if you watch like a 25-year-old like in a fight scene, they're getting flipped everywhere, but he's just cautious.
Look at was it Tom Cruise as well at his age? I mean, admittedly, he looks like he's 20, but he's really like he's another one is probably. Was he late 50s, 60-ish sort of?
He must be there,
and he's still doing all his own stunts, like hanging out of planes and zooming about on motorbikes.
We went to see that film, and it was just like...
Oh, the latest Mission Impossible. I've not seen it yet.
I wanted to see it on the big screen, and I say it's to Reed come with us, because it'll be nice to, you know, and Reed come out saying, that's got to be CGI, all them stunts. I says, Reed, honestly, I think he's done everything, and we'll check.
He does it all himself,
everything. There's hardly any, probably, there'll be CGI in there, you know, like hills and background and that.
Yeah.
But all the kind of stunts is like him on a biplane, wind walking, falling off.
He's just cool, isn't he? He's just like, even in real life, like I've seen like clips of people going to his house and stuff like that, and he's like, "Oh, do you want to see my garage?" And you go to his garage. There's like 100 of the best motorbikes and stuff you've ever seen in your life, and it's just like, it's just too cool for school.
Have you seen the lad on Instagram that does his run? So
he does the different people's runs and that.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, I watched one where he was doing like all these runs exactly like Tom Cruise. Then he ran into this theater and he shook hands with Tom Cruise. Do you know what I mean? So like he's obviously big enough to kind of get in front of
to get in there.
He was on his video, Tom Cruise. He was standing there waiting, and he just like you run. You know how Tom Cruise is? It's like that kind of almost run. And he ran into this kind of theater or some room, and Tom Cruise is there.
Yeah.
And they shook hands, you know.
Brilliant. Man, that could be you, Tony.
That's what we want for Titchmarsh.
Yeah, Titchmarsh. And
Alan.
Monty Don and the fella, what's he called? George or whatever he's called off Beach Grove.
Right.
That fella. Yeah. Oh, but you don't watch Beach Grove, Tony. No. You're missing out. You're missing out on some of the finest television going. I like a bit of Beach Grove. I like a bit of Beach Grove. Because it's only half an hour as well, so it's nice and quick and short just to watch it. And it's more more realistic, I think, than Gardener's World. So Gardener's World, money's, oh, look, I've got my banana tree. Say, aye, because you've got 1,000 people who work for you and look after them all and stuff like that,
And it's
You're not
all
just
like
with your
lovely
dogs. And,
saturated colours, isn't it? Gardener's World is like the best
yeah.
greens and the best blue skies and
Whereas Beach Grove, I think, is a bit more attainable in terms of what they're doing on the show for regular Joes like you and I watching it, I think. So
Gardener's World. We're just in my garden, and you think, if I could have a garden like that, do you know what I mean?
it's like his greenhouse and his potting shed
Well,
and he's
all of
this
them.
and he's that, and it's like, oh man, aye. One of these days, Tony, you need a few more laser engravers and security cameras before you can you can get to that level, I think.
Echelon stage. Mark, I think we will leave it there because we've kind of been chatting away, and I know you're. Are you working after this or?
I'm working. I might finish early today and go to the allotment.
The boss, you can. You just walk away from it. And just
Well,
give somebody else the job.
I'm thinking 3:00 ish because I'm working Thursday, Friday as well. So I'm thinking 3:00 ish. I just give myself a pat on the back, a bit of a. So I might 2:30. Might have my cup of tea, my afternoon cuppa, right? Have a wee cuppa, and then do my last bit of work, finishing off, tidying up, all that sort of stuff. 3:00 ish, log off in the car, up to the allotment for an hour or two. Yeah, it is so.
Did you know? I know you'll not want to do this, but you can share your Reolink camera. You know,
you can see us on the camera.
But I was thinking that because I could have you on there, but then see, I forget and walk out, I could burn your 5 gigs of data because I forgot to switch it off.
I suppose, you'd be using my SIM card. But what if I'm stood there like picking my nose or scratching my ass or something? You're stood there like, wait till next week's show. Look at this, everybody.
On the screen. On that screen there. Yeah.
Just to my shorts, just kind of thing. Like Tony's like, yes, this is YouTube gold.
Mark, where could we see you and you playing with your cameras? Can we see this rabbit run expedition?
I think there's going to be a rabbit video out on probably Sunday because because the way I've done it, I've got some footage on my camera, I've got some footage on my phone, I've got footage from the camera, and I'm going to try and stitch it all together to make. So it's a little bit of editing,
One thing if you can, just to save your gigs, take your card out your phone and take it to your computer instead of downloading it, because I think you'll use your gigs downloading.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, from the camera. I don't know.
Because I did that. I slipped up because because you can do time lapse. So I did a time lapse of me garden waking up, and I thought that's lovely. I was playing it. Yeah. All right, I'm doing it. Yeah, I don't mind a few megabytes. And I went download it to my phone. Yeah, and it went. You're gonna I think it was something like 400 megabytes or something like that. I went, oh yeah, we're gonna cache this. All right, and I went, that's coming off me bloody.
Yeah, that's nearly half a gig. Isn't that nearly half a gig gone?
I know. Actually, you get 5 with the Ligra. I signed up for 5 gigs a month. My first month, you get an extra 5 gigs.
Nice.
So you get 10 gigs. I think you'll lose all that after the month.
Eventually,
roll on. I don't think. So we will see.
There we go. But anyway, you can find me and my rabbits. You can find me on Mark's Allotment Plot, YouTube, Instagram, Patreon, and TikTok. Although I don't do much on TikTok, to be honest. Only every now and again when I'll be bothered to put something on there. It's right.
Kids say TikTok. We've got to say TikTok. Haven't we?
You see, like kids do it on they do it on the phone. I'm not a do it all on my phone kind of guy. I like to memory card onto the computer and.
Mark.
Oh, hold on.
Bought another bit of kit.
Oh, what have we got now? What's this?
So this, Mark.
So
you got this kit, but this is, if I can just.
Wait, don't break it.
No, it's just a magnet. If I can get it off.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've got it through there. So 1 second, I'll just take that.
Although the cameras we've got, the DJI ones, you can film like sort of in portrait as opposed to landscape.
So this
Uh huh.
is, I'm going to have to knock off that telly. So you might lose. Oh, I know you don't think you will lose it because it's mirroring. So your camera, if you're using an iPhone or any phone for your garden,
Right.
you kind of do it like that, don't you? So,
Yeah.
sorry, you use the selfie one so you can see yourself.
Yeah. See yourself. Aye.
Well, this replaces that so you can use your good lenses with the
Ah.
top
Okay.
quality, and then this kind of sticks
That's clever.
there.
Yeah.
So
And you
you'll
can
be looking
see.
at the camera like that.
Uh huh.
You'll see yourself in this little monitor, so
Uh
you can
huh.
line yourself up.
Yeah.
So
And you see, people maybe don't realize like how important that is as well. So, and it's when you're filming, you've got to be really conscious of like even now when I'm doing this, I'm always trying to remind myself to look at the camera lens because if I'm looking at the screen and I'm looking at me and you,
oh,
which is the natural thing to do for me to look at you when I'm talking to you, my eyes are like looking here as opposed to should be looking at the camera. And when you're filming yourself, and obviously if you've got the little screen, it's so tempting to look at yourself on the little screen. Am I in
I've,
shot? Am I there? Am
on,
I there? You need to look at the lens.
on our shows here, I've given up that. I'll just look at you. Do you know what I mean? Because
Just look at
I've tried like moving the software up to the top of the screen and just having
uh-huh.
these little, so you're just so close to the camera. But
Yeah. But it is
you
weird.
notice it. You notice it when
Yeah.
you're doing outside work.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? That's why
Yeah.
with them, the one I use, you can't really see. So
Yeah, but having the little screen outside, I think is really important because when I set up to film myself, I'll set the camera up and have the little screen facing me. Then I'll go to where I'm doing whatever I'm doing, but I'm looking before I'll start. I'll look back and I'll make sure that I'm not like filming to here and you're missing like the top of my head or my body's chopped off or something like that to make sure you're in shot, sort of thing.
well, I'm gonna try and film this engraver with this, because I'm indoors. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I
Nice.
want a better lens, and
Uh huh.
so we'll see. We will see.
We're looking forward to that one, Tony. Looking forward
I've
to
had
it.
to I can't lift it. It's so. The son's had to bring it in from the delivery guy, and then he's had to bring it upstairs. Do you know what I mean?
Goodness.
So,
Oh, that'll be
right,
good,
Mark.
though. Yeah.
Till
Yeah,
next week, sir.
indeed.
Yes, everyone. Thank you so much. Look after yourselves. Doodle bib. Bye.